I know I treat a model like a free. I know thugs, I know. I was raised to get some money, flip that.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And, of course, Norman Powell. We will see him getting used to his new team, the Houston Rockets, in this one.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
Stolen by Artest. And the shot goes in.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Powell, that's good. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And so George will bring it up for the Rockets. The tray. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
So consistent throughout the years from deep. That's what has made Paul George very special.
Down low. And finished off by KD.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so just over a minute and a half played. And George, here we go. And it's Paul George with the finish.
You know, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game here. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Over in the corner, Isaac. Here's Powell driving to the basket.
Well, Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so he gets in that gap. He's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
Pass to Durant. Here's Brown. Lets the three fly. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is George. Sinks the triple. George has got his third basket of the night right there.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
And Durant puts up a deep three. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Isaac. Plays it up and banks it in.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
The Heat trail by 6. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
Here's Brown. And here is Durant. From 11 feet away.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Here's George. And Durant. Sends it back.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
The Heat making a switch here. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. There's a good screen. Outside for George. Misses the jumper.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Jason Kidd picks up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Now here's Powell. He's got 5. Pass to Bamba. Pirtle with the steal.
And that's a great play on defense there. Forced him to rethink the shot and then able to come up with the steal.
For three, Levine. It's rebounded by Houston. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And the Rockets making a change here. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 15-5 run here. Pass to Powell. Here he goes. And Poeltl pulls it down. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Miami Heat. 6-point game. For Jakob Poeltl, his parents paved the way for him to become a professional athlete. And I'd say Brent did a good job.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin. They were doing some blocking of their own, just not basketballs like Jakob does. Both of his parents, members of the Austrian national volleyball teams, and building some roofs on some people trying to put down a few slams.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Fast break. Powell's got it. Count it. Good. And that's 10 points now in the game for Norman Powell.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
George with the ball. Now defended by Levine. And George with the stuff.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was. Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Now here's Powell. He's got 10.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Here's Levine. The Rockets making the shot. 5 on the clock. He takes it in. Here's Poeltl. Again, the miss by the Heat.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
"15 seconds left in the first quarter. A nice shot by George. George has got 13.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team.
29.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Inside, Durant. And KD throws it down.
Yeah, not going to get over on KD here. If you give him a chance to attack the basket, he'll be at the rim.
Isaac outside. From outside, off the mark. The Heat trailed by 16 to the inside. Durant going to work inside.
Kevin, he's been around the league a long time, so super smart around the basket to rise up and finish.
Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? To the middle. Here's Durant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
That one goes in.
So active to score from a number of spots, but when Westbrook gets to the inside, he can do damage.
Kicks it out to Grant. Williamson outside. Outside Westbrook. Grant gets a wide open look. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Grant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. KD a screen. Here's Levine. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
What helps Levine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
Over in the corner, Isaac. And some nice passing there by Houston. Pass to Williamson. And Pirtle sends it down.
Pirtle, a very skilled defender, using that size and length to send that one back.
5 to shoot. Grant. And a miss there off the inbound. The Heat trailed by 18. Durant at the elbow. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Stolen by Grant. Pass to Williamson. Stolen by Artest. Durant in the corner. Outside, Levine. And then jammed down as he goes right over Zion Williamson.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
Here's Williamson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And you know what made Zion so much fun is that I don't think there's a comp for him. The combination of power and skill, you throw in that he's a lefty, and we've never seen someone like him in the league.
And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much.
It feels like the other four guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Back to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And that's where the defense has got to be questioned. You can't let Russell Westbrook, of all people, get behind you like that.
Durant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Artest. Artest on the way. Back to Durant. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
For three, Levine. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Substitution on the court.
1:56 left in the first half. Pass to George. Out to the wing. Bamba wide open, and he fires. And a miss there on the triple. To the paint. Going up high, Kevin Durant.
I'm scratching my head. Is there a 4-level scorer? KD could be that.
Here's Powell. Shoots the 3. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
And that's an intentional foul. For Miami, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Outside for Artest. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Heat making a switch here. Now Nembhard. Still yet to score. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
6-second difference between the shot and game plan. Levine for 3. Rockets with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Buries the long-range jumper. Nembhard's got 5 points in the quarter.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
And so it's Houston, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Powell for 3. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's KD. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
He has come through in a big way at the foul line in this game.
Long range from the inbound. Rebounded by Isaac.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The 3 from George. And no good. The Heat trailed by 20. Durant just inside the line. Offline from the top of the key. And it's Houston's ball. From deep. And Pirtle pulls it down.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. And KD, here we go.
Well, coming off the pick and roll with that length, KD makes so many good decisions.
And here is Powell. 19 points in the game. To the inside. And Brown pulls it down.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's KD. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
The Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Team foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
The 3 from KD. And Bamba pulls it down. Rockets leading by 16. Powell, no one around him. It's Powell on the wing. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
3rd team foul.
Outside, Levine. Back to Kidd. Good ball movement here by Miami. Kicks it out to Wagner. Stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Nembhard's shot is good. Nembhard's got 7.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Levine gets the bucket.
Good touch on the interior. Levine really crafty at figuring out ways to create space down low.
And Brandon, the super team era is indeed coming to a close. The Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. D.A. thanks. That one falls. Levine's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Hey, right there. Here's Bamba. Yep, it counts. And the Rockets lead by 20. And Miami has possession. Durant with it. 25 points in the game. Then Durant with the
One of those nights that Kevin Durant is just massive for his team. For my money, this guy is the best scoring forward of all time. Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
KD with the bucket.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
George with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Powell, that's good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a quick pass.
Rocket substitution. Number 1, Zion Williamson.
On the wing, Levine. He's got 13. And the layup is good. Levine's got 15 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Powell for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health. Because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a special talent. We just want to see more and more of it.
Here's Nembhard. He's got 9. Pass to Powell. Williamson right side. Good work. There as it goes. He has 6.
And not just a threat from interior or around the rim. Williamson can also hurt you from the mid-range.
Puts one up from 19. Durant, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's our test. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
You're not going to find a more rugged player than Artest. He will battle for every loose ball, every rebound, and he'll defend with every ounce of energy he has.
Pass to Powell. The 3. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Miami no good on that time either.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
All right, Heat fans, get loud and show some love for your Heat Hype Squad. Get loud, fans. On the court is your Hype Squad.
And we got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys.
Everybody, let's get loud.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Make some noise.
Timeout.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Give a big hand to your Heat Hype Squad.
Rockets leading by 21. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Nembhard. On the wing, Isaac. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
KD's shot is off. Now here's Williamson. Lets it go with the count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly
79.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's the Heat with the ball. Durant for three. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Outside, George for three. Doesn't go that time. And here are the Heat now. Isaac with the steal. And he gets it to go.
Jonathan Isaac.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
6 on the shot clock. Here's George. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. And it's the Heat with the ball. Out to the right wing. There's a screen. Levine for three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Third personal foul.
The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
For three, Levine. Again, Levine missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And it's Williamson missing.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
The shot by George, wide open. Drains the three-pointer.
3 points.
George has got 19 points.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Williamson.
Yeah, it looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Powell for three. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Here's Finney Smith. No good on the three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Back to Williamson. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And that one's good. Durant.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
11 feet away. It's rebounded by Jason Kidd. Durant inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got 16 points here in the second half.
And KD so nimble, just a difference maker inside the paint.
Powell for three. It's hauled in by the Heat.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Kidd with the steal. To the middle. Here's KD. Count that bucket. Durant's got 38 points.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And it's George finishing it off.
Just playing hard. George not letting up at all at the offensive end.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
First team foul.
The jump hook.
And on defense, Isaac using all of his height and wingspan, and it really creates a situation where the offensive player is uncomfortable.
And it's Williamson missing. Durant with it. Now defended by Williamson. Levine for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Levine's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Heat.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets. Wow.
And that one really took the air out of this crowd.
Just like that. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in here. And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
And here are the Heat now. For 3, Durant. Rebounded by Isaac. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Houston. It's Powell on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Three-pointer.
Powell's got 30 points.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Outside for Durant. Shoots over Nembhard. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. KD's got 42 in the game. Houston in total control. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one goes in there.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, a lot of years behind Kevin Durant, but that doesn't mean he's still not going to get up.
And here's George for 3.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
So we see the Rockets take.
Is you sure you wanna meet that? If I see ill intentions, we'll make sure you get the. All they got it was the whole being some rocket shit. Pull up to the scene, my best advice is to hide your. The lies all on your faces, cause your eyes will twitch. The black ski mask all on our faces be disguising. I'm my. With your baby, you wanna crack? Rest my against a waist, I got some pottery. She my bitch, not my apology. I might sorry, no enemies. You rap with me, then rap with me. But I'ma keep it real, she lost respect when you said follow me. I might swerve in that corner, whoa. Hold on tight, cause I tweaking this, let it go. And I heard that she wanna show, me who she be, I'm kinda with it, show me some more. We tatted head to toe, we give a the story wrote. You wanna tweak it up with me, and I'ma show you how that go. Like the money in my pocket. They having combos about me.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it. No kidding. In front of your building. Sitting on the steps feeling no feelings. Last night it was a coat. You gotta keep the devil in his hole. But you know how it go. I'm front line every time it's on. Flow, run and shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. Through the Cancun, on the boat. Then dock that Tulum, just love. Listening to music at the Mayan ruins. True devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising. My cultural influence, even revolution. I'm integrated vertically, y'all blew it. They tell me hustle, dumb it down, you might confuse them. This ain't that weirdo rap you used to. I'm a urban legend. South Central in a certain section. Can't express how I curb detectives. Guesses, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, held me down at times I seem reckless. Got an L but gotta eat for effort. Dropped him off in the Mojave Desert, then left him. Ain't no answer to these trick questions. Money making nip, straighten out my jewelry on my dresser. Well known, flick up and close, snatch from Rico's till T-shows. Whatever, playing chess, not checkers. For you clever, see bro, you ain't living by the street code. Been through all these motions up and down like a seesaw. I can never view you as my equal. Wanna hear your CD folk. I'm finna take it there. This time around, I'ma make it clear. Spoke some things into the universe and they appear. I say it's worth it, I won't say it's fair. Find your purpose or you wasting there. Though y'all scared. Eyes open, I can see it clear. They don't make them bar none, they don't make them real. They don't make it where I'm from, they don't take it here. They ain't seeing due time, I be making meals. Bossed up in